Hi there. What's your name and where are you from?
My name is Howard Traxmore, Fort Wayne, Indiana.
Okay.
Myself, I was at work.
There. Okay, that's a little better. Okay, why are you out here on the courthouse green? Usually I see you on the street.
Here we are on the 10th anniversary of 9/11, and we're looking at 10 years of history that could have provided a path to peace. Instead, we've seen 10 years of war and perhaps ongoing war on in the future that we're opposed to.
Why do you say it could have provided a path to peace?
Well, I believe that the atrocities were meant to wake up America, wake us up to the damage we're doing with our war making around the world. And we could wake up from that nightmare and transfer our resources to peace.
Yeah, and as you recall, most of the world was with us on 9/11.
Indeed they were.
Yeah. Now it seemed to be against us.
Yeah.
We just don't realize how blessed we are in this nation. And we don't realize
a lot of people believe that
throughout all of these
people were
on that day.
happy to see
So I asked you tonight
America suffer, but
to renew.
I don't believe it was that at all. I believe it was
We must return to the roots of our Christian values.
their release
We must
in hysteria. And I believe hysteria overwhelmed the world at that point, and overwhelmed our president, and allowed them to take advantage of the American people to lead us into more war.
In fact, I heard along that line, I heard that they interviewed a lot of the families of 9/11, and most of them were not seeking revenge. You know, they did not want to go after Al-Qaeda or, you know, the Taliban, or certainly didn't want to go into Iraq. But I think at the time we had a president and cabinet and a lot of people around him that wanted to go to war. Why? Why did they want to go to war? I mean, they said they were men of peace.
War is not a very good jobs program. Never has been, never will.
Yeah.
And now more than ever, we need an example in the world of how to create an economy out of peace. And we're on the edge now of doing the very opposite. The world could fall into pieces instead out of all the war making. And I really am at the point of throwing up my hands in giving up on street protest and perhaps waiting for another day. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much, Howard. Is there anything else you wanted to add while you're here?
I think there needs to be a full investigation of 9/11. It seems like there was more investigation of common crime than this huge crime. And it's a crime that we've barely scratched the surface of investigating. So maybe that's what we should do, become investigators.
Well, there are an awful lot of people calling for a full investigation. I mean, what kind of investigation is it when the president says he's not going to do an interview unless his vice president is in there with him?
Yeah.
Okay, well, thanks so much.
Thank you, Dave.
Yeah. Martin Luther King, in 1967, on April the 4th, when he gave his Beyond Vietnam speech at Riverside Church in New York, one of the many things that he said was the most violent nation in the world is my own country, or words to that effect. Yeah. Would you agree with that or disagree with that?
Unfortunately, I agree 100%.
You do?
Our country's at war, creating billions of dollars of debt every day. We can't afford to provide health care. We can't afford to provide homes for our veterans. We can't afford to pay our veterans. It's disgusting and insane, and it's absolutely true.
Now, if I remember, you're a nurse, right?
I am a nurse.
Yeah,
I'm a registered nurse for 20 years.
Do you ever have occasion to treat people or see people or know people who cannot afford health care because they don't have insurance or they don't have money? You know, there are people like that.
Every single day I see people like
yeah.
that. I have a patient who's an EMT who can't afford to get treatment for cancer right now because she doesn't have insurance and she can't work because she's got cancer. She can't afford to get her cancer treatment. Now an EMT, somebody in the medical field, she can't afford, she can't get treatment.
That's sad.
It's sad. I see people all the time who end up in the hospital because they can't afford to buy their medicines.
Yeah.
So you can't blame people for not taking their medicines if they can't afford them. They have to choose between food and medicine. That doesn't sound like a developed country to me.
I agree. Now, some people, Tim, are saying that the wars in Afghanistan and Iraq really aren't causing any part of this economic recession or whatever. Would you agree or disagree?
Absolutely. They have to be. You know, they're talking, all right, they took $98 million away from PBS. You know, they spend that much, almost, you know, a month in Afghanistan and Iraq. I mean, is that a big savings? Not to me. You know, and when they talk about taking away the Bush tax cuts, well, that'll only make $800 billion the first year.
Besides, it would hurt the economy. It hurt people.
Oh, yeah, it hurt. It hurt
cause more people to be unemployed.
Yeah.
Because we all know that rich people take the money, those tax cuts, and do what? They create jobs, right?
Oh, yeah. Well, ask Ronald Reagan.
But they don't create them here in this country.
No. They create them in Malaysia and India, Taiwan, places like that. And China. You don't put all your money in China anymore. If I had money, that's probably what I'd do with it.
Okay, well, listen, thanks, folks, and if there are any repercussions as far as anybody seeing this on YouTube, just have them give me a call. My name is Henry Smith.
Okay. Well, Henry Smith, as you were talking about Martin Luther King also said to stop. Damn it, I got it written on a sign too.
Rhymes with what? Okay. Well, it'll come to you.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Give me a call.
I will.
Hi there. What's your name and where are you from?
I'm Tim Tiernan, a member of Veterans for Peace. We're here at the Allen County Courthouse Green on the 10th anniversary of the 9/11 attacks. We're here today, decided to do this action because we grieve for the victims of 9/11, but we grieve for all the victims, not just the people who died on that day. The over 8,000 soldiers killed, who knows how many wounded, 40,000, who knows how many, hundreds of thousands possibly with mental disorders, and the hundreds of thousands killed directly, and probably 1 million killed as a result of this war. It really is beyond counting. We grieve for all of these people. This meeting here is billed as a Christian meeting, and it is about the most unchristian thing I've ever seen. I am ashamed of their brand of Christianity. This is not anything that Christ would sanction. They are afraid. They're very, very, very afraid people. And their fear has killed so many innocents. There's no way to honor our dead with killing innocent people in the third world. They stacked up children on the corners in the streets of Fallujah after using white phosphorus and burning them alive. These are things I am not proud of, and we are here today to grieve for all of those people. And we want God to bless America, but we want God to bless our entire world. And
well, normally, but normally, Tim, we see you out here on the curb, on the sidewalk, the first Saturday of every month. But why are you here at this particular time? I mean, this gathering up there, they don't seem to be listening to you. I don't want to hurt your feelings or anything.
These are belief-based people. The problem is they will use the unity. They're trying to use the unity from 9/11, which I believe this is a psychological operation. I have no knowledge, I feel, this belief maybe, I can feel the hand of people manipulating Americans to support never-ending war, and I will oppose that to my last breath.
So, you know, a minute ago you mentioned the hundreds of thousands, maybe millions, who've died in the last decade. I listened to some of them talk about that up there, but all they seem to be talking about are the roughly 3,000 who died on 9/11. Why aren't they talking about all the people who died in the war? That 9/11 seemed to be the reason that we went to war. Why don't they?
They're not really even mentioning our soldiers. It's very odd. It's very odd. Or we've lost a goodly quantity of mercenaries, which are not mentioned at all. We have quite a quantity of them. We have more contractor/mercenaries in Iraq than uniformed soldiers right now on this 10th anniversary. And many of them are likely to stay in Iraq after hopefully our last troop leaves at the end of this year.
Well, listen, have you told these people that?
They'll read it in the paper tomorrow.
Oh, why? Now I noticed when you first came here about an hour and a half ago, there was some altercation with somebody up there. What was that all about?
Well, I was greeted with this large truth organization by a bald-faced lie was the first thing that I heard here. Gentlemen said they had a permit, and that permit was for them only, and we weren't allowed. And
so that's not true, you don't think?
Our group, Fort Wayne for Peace and the Fort Wayne Peace Action Coalition really were the people behind the appeal when we were thrown off in October of 2003, about a year into our anti-war efforts.
Yeah, the police threw us off, remember that?
And yes, the Green Appeal worked out very good with the support of both the editors, News Sentinel, Journal Gazette, and about 140 churches for the First Amendment. This is a free speech zone.
And the Park Department.
And we are not here to disrupt.
Right.
We are peace people. People have a strange idea that peace people are going to be violent, and that is just odd.
Well, it's funny you should mention that, because I patted the big guy on the back, and I said, you know, we're not here, you know, we're peace people, we're not violent. And he turned around and he said, I doubt that. Get your hands off me. Don't you ever touch me again.
Lucky doesn't file assault charges. No, it's just strange. It is strange, but